Today is the 9th of March 2024 in Abaco, and I just want to be one of the first to give condolence to the young man that lost his life. He's younger than me, so I could say a young man. I just spoke to him for a week or so coming through the Marshall International Airport. And people don't realize what's going on in Abaco and what it means to be a voluntary fire department or voluntary reserve police. Is a great sacrifice that goes unnoticed. But it's sad that somebody would lose their life to try to put out a fire in $1 billion property of Bakers Bay. And my understanding on how he died, them same speed bump, we call them dead policemen, that the vehicle hit a speed bump and he fell off the truck. And nobody noticed that he was off the truck until they went to put out the fire and he was not on the truck, and came back and find him in critical condition. And again, his life could have been spared if we had the right type of medical care here in Abaco, that multi-million-dollar health facilities. 10 rooms are empty, beautiful building, but years later, nobody's there. I remember the Marshall Volunteer Fire Department came to my house when I'd understand fella, I could call his name because I put in a police report that I saw him buying my taxi down. We had 8 police watch my taxi burn. When the Marshall Volunteer Fire Department came, 2 fellas came. The tires was already burned off. It was just charcoal. And I tell them, don't even waste water. Ain't nothing you could save there. But I go way back with the police, and they allowed, I couldn't touch my vehicle because it was insured, and they had to have the fire inspector from the police come back from Freeport to inspect it, so the police gave me orders. I can't remove that car out the yard. So it left it in the front of the house for 2 months. My mother was so angry that 2 months we couldn't get a police to come from Freeport to Marshall to take a picture or to say why this car burned down. I already told them who, and then a name come up, Koshawn Hewen. He was the highest ranking CDU we had in Abaco. He's in charge of CDU, Koshawn Hewen. I didn't have a vehicle, so he took me to the hospital. All my skin was burned, my face was burned, trying to save some things out of my taxi. Took me to the police station. I wrote a statement, a sworn statement, that I saw who threw a rock. I could tell you the police that came to investigate, and I tell them, I could show you right where the rock is, without even looking. And sure enough, it was right there. Throw 5 gallons of gas in my taxi and burnt it. I haven't heard from the police since. That's what we call vigilante justice. When you're seeing people that do you harm and you know that they did you harm, you see them do you harm, and you try to be a good citizen and go to the police and they act like a police. That's what's happening in Abaco today. We don't have too many police. We have a lot of bullies. But it's sad to see that a man lost his life trying to put out a fire in $1 billion property. Like, what happened to their firemen? That's an example. We had 3-time prime minister, and today we don't have no fire department in the 2nd largest island in the country, and we had a prime minister 3 terms. That's food for thought. I started by saying condolence to the family of Gwana Key that lost a loved one in a fire department. and just switching gears at the Marshall International Airport, if they don't know, Chester Cooper is bragging about all the numbers, but we have one working fire truck, and today we had 3 to 4 jets, commercial jets, 4 of them on the ground at one time, and we got one fire truck. They ain't even got no shame. The second one they have has a flat tire for over 1 year. They haven't changed the flat tire. That can't be up to regulation. This is where everybody who's a fireman needs to salute, and anybody that has a family that's a fireman, you need to salute them, because they do a thankless job, especially those ones that are volunteer. Nobody in Cayenne volunteering his life for nobody or nothing in Abaco. Condolence to the man that lost his life trying to put out a fire of a multi-million-dollar yacht. Let it burn. I'll let that sucker burn to the waterline. Kai ain't gonna touch it, because Kai life is more important than any boat. Kai cares. That's why he's here. Let it burn, baby. Let it burn. They got insurance. Insurance will pay off.